Okay, I think we're live. I usually start shouting at this point to get the energy up, but this is this is a special NPR broadcast of the MCP TTS Season 9 Finals League match. Welcome, everyone. This is Dr. Norbert coming to you directly from London on this fine, very dark morning, and sacrificing his sanity alongside me on this Saturday morning, very early in London, is my good friend Sasha, the Milo Man. Hello, Sasha.
Hi Norbert, how are you doing?
Yeah, very well for the time. I mean, it is a little early. Usually, I get up this earlier actually during the week, but doing so on a Saturday is an extra special thing, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't usually get up this early, but I was woken up. So
Yeah, woken up by the little one.
yeah,
Okay. Well, see, she was helping out. She's a big fan of the Dr. Norbert and Huggybear show, and so she wanted to see what was happening.
definitely. I put it on all the time. She just drools in front of the TV. It's all good. Super.
All right. I am going to. Oh dear. Let's see. There he is. There we go. Now we can see the match. All right, everyone, welcome. So we are in season 9, and this is the one of the knockout rounds. We have the Huggy Bear, who is my usual co-host. So that's why Sasha's filling in right now. He is playing against. So he's from Sweden, and he's playing against Razalas, who is from San Luis Obispo, California, and. That's interesting because that's about in the middle of the country, on the coast, sort of, and not far from where I used to do my postdoctoral work, which was in Santa Barbara. Have you been to California, Sasha?
No, not yet. I've been meaning to go that way. I have a sister that lives in La Quinta, but I haven't
Oh,
had a
yeah?
chance.
Oh, nice. All right, I'm taking a quick look before they hide it. This is the roster for Huggy Bear. It's his, I'm going to say it's his Shield roster. Yes. Black Widow, Bullseye, Hawkeye, Hulk, Iron Man, Winter Soldier, Venom, She-Hulk, Nick Fury, and the Howling Commandos, and then Nick Fury Jr. with the Shield agents. He's got Demons Downtown, Infinity Formula, Sword Base, Mutant Extremists, Research Station, and the Montesi Formula. Let me go quickly to the other side rather than doing the tactics cards and see what Razalas brought, because he was up in the air about it. He brought Hulk, Hood, Bullseye, Baron Zemo, Angela, Killmonger, Malekith. This is the old version still.
Oh, so he's still playing old Malekith. I
Old
wasn't sure what.
Malekith, yeah.
Okay.
The rules will be the new Malekith comes into play in the next round, after this round is complete.
Got Huggy.
Mystique, Red Skull, Master of Hydra, and Toad. So this looks like a Cabal list or a Hydra list. He's brought Research Station attacked, Mutant Extremists, Fear Grips, Sword Base again, Mayor Fisk, and something else. But let's see what's got chosen.
Who had Prio?
Yeah, I'm just going to find it. Huggy Bear won Prio and picked Secures.
Wonder if he's going to go 14 to eliminate Malekith from this match.
Well, no, it's the other way around. Huggy won Prio.
Oh, sorry, Huggy won prior. Okay, yeah, I guess we're probably not going to go 14. Well, we'll see.
Yeah, so it's Infinity Formula at 17, or else Mutant Extremists, which is the one where there's a senator on either side of the middle of the board. And I'm just checking to see what their threat level is, which I think they're still discussing. The mat is brought to us by Pat again. Good old Pat. Thank God for Pat. I like this map, actually. This is his Demons Downtown map. Yeah, it's an urban distraction. Okay, 14 points was chosen. Interesting, because you thought that might be what Huggy would want.
Work if he does decide to go Malekith. There's less things that can kill him at 14. So it could be that, or maybe he's planning to do something else. So it'll be interesting to see what he brings at 14. He's playing pure Cabal, I think. I don't think he's got a Hydra option in there, does he?
Oh, yeah? I don't know. I saw Hydra and I saw a bunch of Cabal people, so I thought they overlap quite a bit, so I thought it'd be all right. But maybe not.
Yeah. I think it's Zemo. Else in there is Hydra as well. Is Bullseye Hydra? I can't remember.
I know.
I'm a little bit out of date on since Hydra came out. Because of my distractions in my life, but Interesting to see how it goes. Yeah.
All right.
Right. Yeah, and I suppose it'll be interesting to see what Huggy takes. If he thinks there's going to be a Malekith and then he decides to bring a Hulk in at such a small threat level, or if he opts to go wider. Very, very excited to see what the players decide to take.
Yeah, me too. Especially at this threat level. That's really interesting.
Yeah, 14 threat is interesting.
All
It
right.
will definitely not be a boring game.
Just
That's for sure.
yeah. A shield is really hot right now, and it's really tricky to play against. On the other hand, a Cabal Malekith list is not easy to deal with,
Yeah,
especially in old school Malekith, of course.
very much a case of finesse versus brute force, I think.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, this is going to be a fun match now. Yeah. Do you have your coffee ready?
I do.
Yay. Yeah, I got mine too. So not cocktails today, gentlemen and ladies.
Good.
Mm. Well, that's yummy. Where
Or
do
is
you?
it ever too early? I don't know.
What's
Whoever
that?
made that rule up, who made that rule up that it's too early to drink at this time of the day? I don't know.
Well, if you, I learned in Britain, the British people when they go on holiday at the airport, it is entirely acceptable to drink at literally any hour, and that includes very early morning flights.
Or if they're serving it, I suppose it's fine to drink it, right?
Yeah. So, where do you get your coffee generally? Like, where's the country of origin?
I'm not that fussy. I've only recently started drinking actual coffee again. I've been on the decaf for a long time, but
With the
since
child.
my eating schedules changed, I think gotten a bit desperate, and the real stuff has come back into the picture.
um, yeah,
Right, I tend to not be too fussy as long as it's beans that fresh beans. Then I'm okay.
nice one.
It's-
Just letting everybody know that we're streaming, and then we can get more focused. All right, I'm good. Okay, good, 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 good. Oh, I better put that back. Okay, so have you played against Shield or Malekith, old school Malekiths?
Yeah, I've played like a handful of games against old Malekith and like old Malekith when he still had the crit exploding thing. And yeah, he's a menace. As probably most people have figured out, and AMG have decided to agree with the tweaks they've made to him.
Yeah,
Um, and Shield, I've played a bit of Shield. I haven't played against them that much. But yeah, so I do like Shield. I think they're a really fun faction. I think Eye in the Sky is an amazing tactics card. And yeah, grants are interesting in this game, I think. So
yeah.
yeah,
So
very excited to see what Huggy does with them because I think he's been a long time advocate of them. I think
uh,
when they first came out, we randomly played a game on TTS and he showed me the way.
yeah, they definitely finesse faction. And it's all about denial for the most part and shooting. That's what's interesting about them. They deny their opponent to be able to retaliate in many ways. And then they're about blowing up people with their multiple guns.
I think sometimes it's easy to overlook how much damage Nick Fury can potentially
Mm,
put out,
mm.
and how much power he can generate, depending on how the dice fall with his grunts. Since they give him power for dealing and taking damage, he gives them rerolls, and his spender lets them shoot more. So I think you can get up to 30 attacks out of an activation from him if everything is.
Whoa.
It's like 30 dice you're rolling or
Oh,
something.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, not 30 dice, sorry, 30 dice, which is
Crazy.
a lot of dice for a four-threat character. But yeah, admittedly, not always that easy to orchestrate. So yeah, Nick Fury can catch people out sometimes with just the sheer volume of dice you can roll out. I think some people have gone quite gun line with Shield. Lots of rapid fire characters and things like that. But from what I recall from Huggy's list, he's not quite gone down that route. He's
Yeah.
gone kind of a more balanced route. He's got the double hulks in there, I think, to deal with big guys, or to just oppress people with two big guys.
Right, here we go. Looks like we're going to get the rosters coming up now.
Oh, that's spicy. It's a double Hulk, Black Widow, no Nick Fury appearing on the table. If I've seen that correctly.
Yeah.
Very spicy.
Whoa.
Uh,
Look at
we've still
this.
got the tactics cards. Yeah, leaderless shield for
Leader of the
14.
shield. Look at
Yeah,
Huggy. Huggy going
well,
crazy.
yeah. So we've gone 14 to bring in Malekith and try and have less threats. And Huggy, I think, has reacted quite creatively here and said, well, I call you Malekith and I give you two big hulks.
So we have sacrifice to help him weather the damage, recalibration matrix as well to help him mitigate damage, battlefield medicine to heal himself, shield mobile for mobility, and fall back also to help himself survive. Uh,
Yeah, this has gone from a finesse to a brutal fight to the finish.
yeah.
Yes, look at that.
So we have
Okay.
Malekith, Toad, and Red Skull. Ooh, nasty. Ugh. God, this list is awful. Brace for Impact, Fall Back, Midnight Phantasmagoria, of course, Mission Objective, interesting, and Black Bifrost. Oh, fun. Fun, fun, fun. Um,
This is going to be interesting. Black Bifrost, I suppose, is to prevent anyone from escaping Malekith if they were to find the senator. But I wonder if Razalas thought Huggy was going to go wide and kind of put the hit squad together with all the tools to hunt them down and kill them, and if he's surprised by Huggy's double Hulk choice here.
yeah. Do you have a little notepad or something nearby? Maybe you could jot these some questions down.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Great, because that's a fantastic question. I really would like to know that. So, as the players are setting up their table, I just take a quick note that Razalas elected to give the size 5 building over to Huggy, which is in the deployment zone, so not too troublesome. We've got a size 4 truck here at the top, size 3 bugle, police car right down in the middle, size 3 ambulance over here. So, nice spread of terrain again. We have the the senators rather. Oh, I made a mistake before. I was thinking of the wrong one. This is the one where there's 3 safe houses along the middle, and you can check them, and one of them will have randomly the senator. So it's just a matter of checking them. There's no, it's not pay to flip in the classical sense, but it is, random essentially. And then you have infinity formulas, which are here, 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 and here. And if you interact with them, double checking, you gain a power. So a lot of power on the table. So far, Huggy's got She-Hulk to the right of the center line, Black Widow lined up right along the middle, and Hulk all the way on the left. So maybe a play to interesting. Maybe I guess he's trying to cover his bets about where the senator might end up. Whereas, sorry, Hulk hadn't been placed yet. Beg pardon, everybody. Hulk's going to
Yeah.
be right down the middle, so he's waiting at more center right.
Yeah, nobody's committing. It will be interesting to see whether Razalas decides to switch to trying to win on the objective here.
Yeah,
He does have Toad, which is pretty good if I think Toad manages to find the senator and stay alive and run away with Slippery. I think a lot might depend on whether Huggy can put Toad down if he does find the senator. Yeah. Whereas I guess if Huggy tries to do that strategy, he probably wants to get the senator on one of the Hulks so that they survive the Malekith onslaught potentially for a round. But it will be interesting. It will be very interesting. I think this game has a lot of interesting possibilities for how it will play out.
me too. I'm super stoked to see this happening. This is, of course, the knockout round of the Season 9 League, which means so we'll have 5 rounds to finish up the finals this year in this season. And are we starting already? Woo! Okay. Cool.
Black Widow.
Yeah, Black Widow making a run for it. You think she's going to go after the senator or just going to sit on that point?
Size 4 is in the way, so I think she's going to go hang out at the serum probably. Playing it safe. It might be a KG round 1 and see who commits to going after the senator, if anybody, towards the end. The problem here as well is that if you fail to find the senator and you check first, you're kind of making it easier for your opponent to know where the senator really is. So there's a bit of a. It'll be interesting to see if none of them bother even looking for the senator, and we
Mm,
have a very cagey first round.
yeah.
First, yeah.
So I think Black Widow was basically forced there because had he put her down at the bottom, which would have been more tempting away from all the battle, I think Malekith would just go and eat her. So Razalas, our friend from California, is activating Toad, and he's going to go to the safe spot.
The obligatory activate your two threat test.
It's one
Well,
of their abilities. It's just not listed on the card.
maybe Razalas is thinking, do I go for that safe house early? Because he's measuring from the Hydra Trooper.
Yeah. So the Hydra Troopers are really interesting in that, unlike the Shield grunts, these guys are teched to be more useful at secures.
Well, they're short movers. I thought they were short movers. I was wondering why the medium movement tools out. Yeah, no, these guys will probably sit at the back here and just try and score this Infinity Serum.
I'll
I was
see.
putting him in position to take a few pot shots, probably, looks like. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm having trouble reading it, but yeah, I mean, basically they have the ability, whereas the other grunts don't have the ability to secure.
Yeah,
These
yeah.
guys have the ability to secure. That's basically it.
Yeah, that's their shtick. They like to sit on points and shoot things with their laser beams.
Yeah, bit
I think
limited by the
other
truck though.
grunts,
Sorry.
yeah, and unlike the other grunts, they have more hit points as well. They're tankier. I think they're the only grunt with 3 hit points or something
Mm-hmm.
like that. That almost makes them a two threat in a way, toughness wise. Because their defense dice aren't great, but
All right, Hydra, not Hydra. Oh my God, what the hell is his name?
Red Skull,
Red Skull.
Master of Hydra.
He went to look for the senator. He is
Yeah,
not in that safe house.
yeah. See, this is what I was wondering was if I was wondering this would happen because now it's given Huggy more information because he knows the senator's now in the middle on his left.
I like the way you thought about that. The fact that not looking for the senators is actually the KG move
Yeah,
because
it's a game of chicken.
well, yeah, it's a game of chicken, but I mean, we were just saying this is going to be focused now into an attrition battle. So why let this scenario get in the way of that by being?
Depends how Razalas feels about the attrition match now that there's 2 Hulks down, whether he still feels confident enough. I think the advantage that Huggy has is that the Hulks are probably way more mobile than Red Skull and his minions at the moment. So Huggy could easily reposition to one flank and decide to just have a fight on that side.
Mm-hmm.
I suppose Malekith could do the same depending who has the senator, but the senator does slow you down, doesn't it? I think your
Mm-hmm.
movement becomes short with it. So
Yeah.
yeah, very very interesting.
Let's take a look. So the senator, you become short, and you also roll one less die in defense and dodge rolls, so you become very vulnerable.
Yeah.
I always imagine it being a really fat senator that you're trying to like lug along, and so that's why your defense dice goes down because you can't actually maneuver as fast as you usually go.
Yeah, or it's like the movies where the person you're trying to save is always causing you hassles and complaining and trying to do their own thing.
Yeah,
Stay in the car. Usual thing.
yeah. You stay here. Ooh, all right. He went for it. All right. This is yeah, a little rough for Huggy, but he does have Big Hulk still available to activate, and he gets to move quite far, so maybe not so bad.
This likely means Toad will reach it and have the senator. So I think Razalas is going to be going ahead on points this round.
Yeah.
Or maybe not make it. I think he may have put Toad a bit too far away.
Oh no.
Oh dear.
It's gonna be.
Will he commit Malekith to picking up the senator? Will we see if Huggy tries to get there? Shield Mobile is 3 power or 2 power? I can't remember now. I think it's 3, isn't it? I don't know if he would be that desperate to blow a Shield Mobile just to get there, because I don't think Hulk gets there either, to be honest.
3 power.
Yeah, so Huggy's definitely not getting it. So Razalas doesn't need to go for it, and The only downside is that Huggy will have priority, but then I don't even know if Huggy would want to pick it up too early because he's just going to be exposed to Malekith beating down on whoever picks it up.
Yeah.
So I think Razalas is still in an okay position if he doesn't pick it up this round
Yeah.
and just waits it out. Yeah, that Senator's a real hot potato now. Oof.
Yeah. This is the fun part of MCP. You can
Mm,
plan really well and you play well, but you also just have to deal with the vagaries of the mechanics occasionally, and this is one of them.
interesting. So he's decided he's going to go up on the points and let Malekith tank the incoming onslaught next round. I wonder if he'll stick around to fight with. Oh, I suppose in a way, actually, Toad is going to have power to steal it and run away. So it's quite possible what he does is picks it up with Malekith now, pops Toad on the Infinity Serum,
Mm-hmm.
um, and then and he's got mission objective as well. So even if Huggy did daze Malekith, which I think would set Razalas back, he'd still be able to hand off the Senator to Toad and score the points. And so he's essentially going to go up 4 points over the next rounds. I think that's pretty much guaranteed now.
Yeah, look, he's actually holding that point as well. Jeez.
Yeah, I ran into that the other day. Big base characters can secure the researcher and secure point because their bases are so big. Yeah. Oof, oof. I don't know if Hulk's going to make it to that serum either. The track is very unfortunately placed, and Hulk's base is too big. I think that was maybe a bit of a misposition by Huggy. Gonna make it? I don't think so. Oh, this is devastating for Huggy, points wise.
Oh.
This has worked out very bad. Yeah, I think. I suppose he's going to gamma leap just to not fall behind. Fine. It's not too bad in that sense that Hulk's getting 4 power because of the serum, and he's in position to start beating on Malekith. So probably what Huggy's going to have to do is actually throw Malekith away from Toad to prevent the mission objective and to make Toad have to move to take it off Malekith. And he's going to have to try and take out Malekith with Hulk. So this is going to be an interesting fight.
I wonder if they're within two. I don't think so. It's hard.
Quite close. Probably just out.
Yeah.
I think you probably right. Hulk will be able to leap,
Yeah.
maybe punch Malekith, and then try and throw him. I guess he's going to see how it goes. If he is looking like he might take him out, he might try to throw him away from Toad. But yeah, I think Razalas has got quite a lot of good contingency built in here with having Toad so close to Malekith. So
Yeah. Yeah.
we'll see how he recovers from this, but he's definitely on the back foot now.
Yep. Yep. Really nice roster construction, actually, in that the big boys can pick up these high value extracts, but then hand it off to Toad to get the hell out.
Toad is a phenomenal 2 threat. I'm sure that Huggy would love to have Toad in this matchup, but unfortunately, he needs Black Widow for affiliation.
Right, and those cards are really good. Everybody knows that the shield cards are really strong.
Fieldmobile is going to be a very important card for Huggy if he needs to go around chasing after the Senator.
Yeah.
And I think because the Senator is on the table, unless Huggy can kill things really quickly and someone win that way, and deny points on the serums, which is going to be challenging because Malekith is no pushover, and he's got some healing with Midnight Phantasmagoria. So.
All right, so that's round one. Huggy scores 2 points from the secures, and Razalas will be getting 4.
Yep.
Okay, everybody remember Malekith is now short move and 1 die down on defense and dodging. I wonder if he gets She-Hulk down there to start bodyguarding for Hulk and against Malekith.
Depends whether Razalas is going to bother trying to fight Hulk and risk powering him up, or if he's going to first try and get the Senator to safety and then tie people up with Malekith. Be interesting to see which way it goes. I'm pretty bad at that in MCP. I tend to. Oh, he's within 2. That's good for.
Wow.
Yeah, I
Wow.
tend to play too defensively too soon. I find in my games when I'm ahead, and that often costs me because I think I can score out. So this is kind of going to be Razalas's conundrum here. Is he going to? How long is he going to stick around to fight versus trying to score out and get ahead that way? I think he
Yeah.
doesn't have the points advantage now, and that extract is looking safe for at least a turn or two.
That is a very good point. And I want a mistake. It's a judgment call about at this stage. Do you go for fighting or do you just go for trying to score the points? It's tricky. I've played this kind of match where you go for the points. You have to be really cagey about it though, because I've been winning, winning, winning all game, and then at the last moment just run out of characters for whatever reason, and then the other person scores enough to win. So it's really kind of a nail biter the whole game, which I'm not very fond of. All right. Looks like the attacks are starting to happen. But ooh,
Oh, too many shields in that roll.
yeah, yeah, too many shields. So first
Oh,
attack, three
yeah.
hits. Yeah.
And I think this was a spender because I see Hawk's got no power. So he did get the wild. So that is good. He's got the stagger and he'll get the throw. I think the throw is quite important to make Toad have to walk around a bit and make the mission objective a bit harder.
Oops.
Oh,
Sorry.
what happened?
That's me. Sorry. Did he roll too many defense dice? No. One. He had a crit.
Yeah.
Cookie. Oh, should only be three because he's got the senator. Oh, yeah. They forgot that the senator should be giving him less dice.
Well, no, Malekith has four defense, right?
Yeah,
Oh, no,
but
I see there's a fifth dice. Yeah, you're right. Okay, sorry, I'm just like, yeah, so he did roll one extra dice by mistake.
let's see if there's any accusers who happen to be crazy enough to be online with us. Let's see. Do do do. I don't know if Cookie is an accuser. Are you an accuser, Cookie? If you are, maybe you can pop into that match. I can send you the deets if you message me. So Razalas, in any case, took no damage currently, and is staggered. And you're saying the wild.
He's getting it thrown. I think Huggy's just trying to work out what he wants to do with this throw. I wonder if
Oh,
he's.
so I just got a message from the players. They did realize that they should have been rolling one less die, and they both decided to discount one block. That's very kind. How do you feel about that, dude? Rolls are random in this grand scheme of things. Just because you've rolled something once doesn't mean like it's like fixed in stone. But I know people are very odd about that sort of thing. And
Yeah, it's a tricky one because you have that problem of did you roll well or badly on that roll, and if you roll again and you roll better,
I know, but
yeah,
it's literally I totally get that. That's the human emotional factor. But in terms of statistics or the randomness of the world, it doesn't matter which one. You should just roll the one that you know. But I totally get it. That's why I was asking.
yeah.
Yes, Cookie, I
So
know they're discounting one block. I got that. I'm just in general in world. Like in this world, because there's no decisions to be made, right? In other words, Huggy didn't do something as a result of that roll. There's literally no reason why you can't just ignore it and re-roll it as three dice plus whatever crits you get then at that point. But it feels weird, right?
yeah, yeah, that's happens a lot in this game as well. It's very easy to forget with things like incinerate and effects like this, or
Mm.
the what's well, it used to be bitter rivals, now so there's that new Winter Guard tactic card with a dark aura or something. Roll
Mm.
these dice. Yeah, but it looks like they got a nice resolution of that. So Huggies managed to keep him within two, so that's good. Can try and hit him again.
Oh, what
So
happened? I missed it. Did he end up using the wild to throw him against that?
threw him into the truck.
Yeah, and that kept
He's
him
kept,
within two. Nice.
yeah, so Toad's gonna probably be taking this senator off of Malekith. I don't see Malekith going down
No.
from this. Hopefully, Huggy can generate two power and then put some distance between Malekith and Toad. Maybe he's going to throw him towards She-Hulk if he gets lucky.
Maybe he's gonna smash him into Toad.
Or that. Yeah, I mean, Toad's... It's got Brace.
Oh, okay, yeah, that is fun.
Oh, was this the second attack? I think I missed the roll. So he's again not a great roll from Hulk.
No.
Lots of shields, lots of blanks, and he's only got the push from the wild. So he's pushed Malekith back a bit. But yeah, so I think this means the counter attack from Malekith will still be he'll be spending power to do a ferocity if he wants to attack Hulk. If he decides to do that, he might choose not to. He might just try and cover Toad's escape here. But yeah, I imagine Toad's grabbing that and running off into a corner somewhere
Yeah.
to live out his days.
The classic move to Africa Toad makes to make.
Hide in the dumpster or something till the Hulks are gone. Hope they don't see him.
That's a great thought. That's a great picture. It's gonna just run into the bin.
Imagine She-Hulk's gonna be shield mobiling or something to the other end of the table to try and hunt Toad down. But yeah,
Yeah, so you think it's all about Toad now, not Malekith anymore?
yeah, no, I think it's. I would be very surprised if that Senator doesn't go onto Toad very soon. Okay, interesting. So Razalas is not worried about the shield mobiling She-Hulk yet. Maybe, yeah, he's probably got time. Let's see how Huggy handles this. Is this Huggy's first cut, I think?
Oh, that's a good question. I'm not sure if he's qualified before. I think he might have once before, but didn't get very far if he did.
Yeah. Always kind of try to follow how Huggy's doing. He did that very interesting bit about scoring in this game and being very conservative, not trying to get too far ahead and working out just having the right amount of points to win the game. So I do. It was him that
Yes, that was his theory. Yeah.
That was his claim to fame. I think it was very very good. It was very thought provoking. So always interested to see how Huggy does in the league.
All right. First of all, thank you, Cookie. Cookie saying that Huggy, this is his first appearance in the finals of a season, MCP TTS League season. Also, I'm not sure if this is actually going to happen, but it looks like Razalas has decided not to let Toad take that away, and so is, I guess, happy to have Malekith just hold on to it as a tank.
Yeah, for now. I think he's waiting to see what Cookie's going to do with She-Hulk. Maybe he wants him to blow the shield mobile early, if he wants to go to that, or yeah, because I don't.
Yeah, but doesn't She-Hulk just shield mobile over to Toad and then blow him up?
Well, that's what I'm wondering, whether he wants the shield mobile to get blown now, or whether he's going to see if Cookie's going to save it and let him score another 4 points this round. I don't think Huggy can afford to leave She-Hulk on the other flank. I think scoring 2 points there. I mean, if he wins that flank, what is he? He can get 3 points around. I suppose maybe he's still going to lose in the long run, though, right? Because Razalas is going to still be scoring 3 with Malekith. So yeah, I don't see any way for him to not solve the Senator puzzle.
So he's moved Red Skull there, which means that he's elected not to use the grunts, right? Because the grunts had to have gone first.
Yeah, so is he... Interesting. So very happy to leave them there. Doesn't want to shoot She-Hulk, maybe, because she'll get to advance over that side. Although, maybe that's not too bad. I think She-Hulk wasting her time on that flank's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he's probably going to just see if he can eliminate Black Widow and get even further ahead on points, or at least force Huggy to have to move She-Hulk across to that side to some degree. But this could be quite rough for Huggy. He's got a good defense roll. It's a good attack roll as well.
Yeah.
And fortunately, Black Widow doesn't have a lot of hit points.
I wanted to, she got toasted just now by Red Skull. Oh man, that's another classic moment in a movie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I wanted to quickly mention, Sasha, that for the listeners, thank you, Matt Alex, for pointing out that the grunts did actually shoot at She-Hulk, but didn't do any damage.
Okay. It's all going too fast for us in orbit this
Yeah,
time of
it's
morning.
very early. It's not even sunrise. We've got 10 minutes yet to sunrise. But that's okay. We've caught up. Razalas is now going to own that left flank. Now
Yeah,
he
Huggy's got a real problem now, and this is a big advantage of these of the grunts is that even though Razalas is playing with 3 characters in theory, he's got the extra
yeah
character to secure while Red Skull goes and kills whoever's on the other serum. So um, unfortunately, Huggy only has the three bodies on the table, so it's
yeah
got a lot of work to do. I do
yeah.
wonder if there's a way out of this.
Spread scenario is terrible. Right.
Yeah, as we suspect, he's gonna have to commit Shiok to that side, and he's gonna have to get the Senator and try to score both the serums somehow, which is difficult. You do still have Malekith hanging out here. Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, positioning well and getting priority can help maybe a bit for Huggy, but I would not want to be in his shoes right now.
No. Very hard. Very hard indeed. I mean, he does have some ability to help him out comparative to some affiliations. But this is hard. It's always the case with these kind of spread scenarios when you're running tall. This is why I'm so uncomfortable running tall lists. You have to
Can
be.
go wrong very quickly.
What's that?
Can go wrong very quickly when you run tall. You have less redundancy, and
Mm-hmm.
if the situation happens, you kind of committed to one course of action really.
Yep.
Shield mobile is going to get blown. So yeah,
There we are.
and this might be a try to kill Toad before he can
Yeah.
get the Senator on him and leave Malekith with it. So that would mean if he wants to retreat with Malekith, that's not so bad. And yeah, okay, he's gonna throw something into Toad first.
Yeah, that makes sense.
The right call. Yeah.
Try to
You
keep.
don't want to hunt him and have him run away.
Yeah, that's his thing, and he's a real bastard about it.
But he won't have power for the throw, will he? No, he won't because he had 2 shield mobiles. So oof, that's going to be interesting. So it looks like he's going to have to go for the punch.
Punch Toad.
The dice are doing Huggy no favors this game. It's another 7 dice. I think that's
Yeah.
very suboptimal result. And although Toad's blocked everything, so I don't think he's going to be slippering away. So maybe Huggy another chance. And he's slowed.
That's
Yeah.
helpful. That's good. Yeah.
I forget about Shiok sometimes. That guaranteed slow is underrated. It's very good on characters like Toad.
All right.
And he's going to go for a second one.
Second punch. Get some power.
Let's see if he can roll big this time.
No. God damn it. Shit. Is that his same? Is that a new role for Toad? Block 3 again. Oh, Jesus.
Infuriating. I mean, we had this conversation before the Arrival, but it's when you play characters with 4 dice attacks, you get more success than you play big 7 dice attacks. So I was kind of wondering that when Spider-Foes were all like 4 dice builders, whether that's a valid strategy is to tilt your opponent by doing lots of damage with 4 dice attacks.
Yeah.
I was told it's not though, but
it's not. Why?
I mean, as a valid actual strategy. I've seen it happen before. I've had this funny games with Spider-Foes where you just like, a bunch of 4 dice attacks, do 5 damage, 4 damage to characters, and it's infuriating. But here goes Toad.
Yeah, but he should be going slow now, right? Or is it? Or
he's taken a damage. Unfortunately, Huggy's done 1 damage, so the slippery is.
Yeah, but is slippery automatically medium, or is it supposed to be your speed?
It's an advance.
Yeah, it is just advances M. Oh, right. So that's not affected by slow, is it? Oh God.
I forget now.
It's always confusing to me that whether that changes things or not. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the chat could mention whether slippery should be. Oh, maybe they've realized it.
Yeah, it is. It's I think it's not affected by things like the Senator, but I think slow is whenever you use a movement tool, you must use the the other template. So I think it does.
I'm getting a message from Huggy. Let's see what happened. I'm sure it's about the slow part. Yeah, sure enough.
Yeah, yeah. That's the confusing thing, because it's certain crisis effects that aren't affected by it.
Let's see.
I mean, certain crisis effects don't affect your things like advanced medium, but slow means every time you use a movement tool, you use the short movement tool.
Oh, okay. Got it.
But I think it's fine. So he's snuck in there.
Yeah.
Definitely looking at using his finders keepers to scoop up a senator. Must be quite gross. Getting carried around on a giant tiger and a slimy tongue grabs you off the back, and this short toady fella runs off with you.
What do you think? You think he runs to the top of the screen or try to go into that corner there?
I imagine he probably tries to go as far away from everything as possible. See, shield mobile is gone now, so
Yeah.
I think he's going to be spending a lot of energy trying to hunt Toad down, and I think
It's so annoying.
Razalas has gone into the position of he's just playing scenario now. He's done the key days, which is Red Skull on Black Widow, so he's getting 2 points that side for the rest of the game, and potentially scoring 2 points with that senator for another round or two. And he's going to have Malekith free to try and goal keep for for Toad. So Huggy's going to get some good results on his attacks to swing this, but fingers crossed.
Yeah. Right. So this is Razalas' turn now.
Yeah. So he's going to go first with Malekith and see what he can do before he does the Toad play.
Mm-hmm. Cookie making noting that if Huggy doesn't score 4 this game, that it's very unlikely that he'll be able to win thereafter.
No, I think he's in a very, very tough spot. And I think it's come down to that looking for the senator.
Yeah.
This is the big downside of doing that. If you don't find it, there was a 50-50 and didn't work out, and it really put him in a position where he couldn't really get the senator with Hulk, even if he wanted to. And Toad and Malekith were both free to try and go for it. Toad couldn't get there, but yeah, having it on Malekith and having Toad around to take it off Malekith whenever he wants to is definitely put Razalas in a good position.
So that's
such life with these extracts. With the single extract,
yeah,
can be very similar with the scroll. Can be very similar with the alien ship. Sometimes you just get unlucky and it gets found on a part of the table that you can't cover well.
So Razalas was able to have Malekith do 4 damage into She-Hulk and throw her. Now she's going to aggressive back, which is handy.
Yeah. It is good. It is good. It's that's not bad. So Huggy's gonna have priority, and I think he's close enough to throw Malekith into Toad if Toad doesn't get the hell away from here. Now Toad's gonna have to move a bit closer to find his keepers. Find his keepers range 2 or 3. I keep forgetting. I think it's range 2, right? Oh, he's already done find his. Oh, he mission objective.
Mission objective. Yeah.
Okay, fine. So he's got it on Toad, and now Toad is going to.
But why does Toad get to walk right away?
Because Huggy's done all these activations, so it's just Toad
Oh
left to go.
God, I forgot. Yeah.
Because
Hulk didn't do anything. Oh man.
Got dunked on by Red Skull.
Ugh, what a disaster.
He found out she was actually a double agent and took her out. I think in the comics he's occasionally pretended to be a Hydra agent. That's the inevitable betrayal that Hydra is so well known for. Yeah, so he's opted to go to that. Yeah, they're far away from the Hulks.
Yeah.
The dumpster was looking appealing for a second, then he changed his mind.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo!
Okay. Oh, Huggy. You're gonna be able to do something.
So he didn't quite get 5 points. I'm not sure if Red Skull is actually contesting that canister, but we'll see soon.
He's not. So this round he's getting 4 again, I think. which is solid. This
Yeah.
is going to be hard. I think this is a really good example of the list building effect that Malekith has on people. I doubt if Malekith wasn't a thing in the game that Huggy would have resorted to a double Hulk, and I think this is purely a reaction to the Malekith is coming down, and I need the tools to deal with it. So it will be interesting to see if the changes they've made will, um, change how people build their squads.
Yeah.
I
So for
imagine it will.
for people who are not aware, Malekith's been errated. Now he no longer you can re-roll dice into him. Before he didn't allow you to re-roll dice, and his ferocity, which is his like special charge superpower, has gone from 2 power to 3 power, making it harder for him to do it turn one. Meaning, it's like the only way he could do it is if he got help by getting a power from something else, like Inhumans affiliation ability, or what's the one where you can give somebody a power?
Advanced R&D.
Yeah, advanced RD. Yeah.
Or long.
Just wanted to quickly note, Sasha, that we've now actually hit sunrise. It is 7:46 in the morning here in lovely London. But it's a very overcast, foggy day, being autumn. So it might as well not be up, the sun.
Yeah, no, true. Winter in the UK, very different. I grew up in South Africa, and
Yeah.
winter was in the middle of summer.
Yeah.
So
But even still, if even still, when you in your depth of your winter, did you have clear skies, even though it might be colder?
so where's that in South Africa?
Yeah.
No, well, it's summer, right? It's the middle of summer. You mean the winter in July? Yeah, that wasn't very bad either. It got a little bit cold, but yeah, it often still be kind of sunny.
But
Not
it,
as overcast and cloudy as the UK. It's
yeah.
typical island weather, isn't it?
Yeah. Yeah. I was gonna say, so you're not accustomed to this much overcastness, no matter when in the year in South Africa.
You need the vitamin D supplements to make it through the
Yeah.
make it through the year.
Same for me. I grew up in the New York City area, and autumn was lovely. Actually, my wife could never understand why I liked autumn so much when she came to the country from Lithuania, because it's cool. Maybe a little cold even, but crisp. It feels good. But most importantly, the sun is really bright and shining, and the sky is usually very clear. So I find it quite refreshing. I love the autumn in the States, Northeast anyway. Right, so Hulk's done a gamma leap and is now going to try to beat up Malekith. Did a little bit better this time. So far, four attacks with a crit. Crit didn't do anything. One save, so that's going to be 3 going through.
Slightly better rolls.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not fantastic, but it's improving.
Yeah.
He did those earlier in the game.
Yeah.
Very interesting to see what Huggy's thought process is at this stage in the game, whether he's resigned himself or whether he's trying to see if he's got enough time to kill Malekith and still get to Toad. But yeah, it's one of the questions I'm going to ask Huggy, how he was feeling at this point in the game.
Yeah, for sure, because I'd be tempted to just run at Toad and ignore Malekith.
Tricky. It's also a difficult thing with MCP. You're trying to stay positive when things are going badly. So sometimes you can really get out of it, and you can there's still a way to solve it. This looks quite tricky. Oh, Malekith is falling back.
Yeah.
Yep. I guess why take more damage when you don't have to?
Yeah. And
Hulk's blowing his leap, so
yeah,
that means he's only taking one
more
attack.
Yeah. Yeah, it's kind of a shield move that Razalas is using against the shield player.
Yeah. Well, yeah, like we were saying, is he going to go for a fight, or is he going to play objective? And he knows that he has no need to fight. So very, very correctly, he is now playing purely on the objective, and he has very good pieces for it. He's got a big tough guy, and he's got a slippery small guy. I think and he's got the extra bodies from Red Skull, so I think his squad is fairly good for both.
Yeah.
I think Huggy, on the other hand, I think his team is slightly more geared to fighting.
Yeah. Yeah, and Razalas has been really good about denying him that. The few times that Huggy took some swings, though, the dice didn't help him either. So that there is that.
No, he really needed those to come up better for
Mm, yeah.
um, that's also problem with less activations is you have less opportunities to roll the dice, so less chance for things to come right.
Okay. So Hulk is still hasn't finished activating. Just dying what he wants to do next. Oh, throw. He's going to throw size 3 ambulance into Malekith.
Yeah, try and do some damage. I wonder if he's going to bother spending the brace. Probably saving it for Toad, just in case. Although I don't think.
Yeah, he's bracing it. I mean, why not at this stage?
Fine. Yeah, he's not worried about the Hulk's getting Toad. He's just keeping Malekith alive.
Yeah.
Nah. I guess sit on a point and have a bodyguard? Or is he going to retreat to his back point?
Huh.
Yeah, giving up on Toad feels a bit like giving up on the game here.
Yeah. Saj put it in stark terms today. Too tired to be diplomatic.
Oh dear. No, fair enough. I mean, I imagine if I was in Huggy's shoes right now, I'd be a little bit resigned to
Yeah.
the outcome here. It's unfortunately anticlimactic, but yeah. Again, this single extracts can be like that in this game. Unfortunately, can be a hard swing sometimes if you fall behind on the secures a bit and you can't get the extract back. This is why characters like Voodoo and Blackhead are so crazily influential in this game, because they can really make it easier to get these extracts back. You don't necessarily have to rely on doing damage. You can you have other ways, and that's I think that's why they're so good. But unfortunately, Huggy has none of these tools at his disposal. He only has raw brute force that the Hulks provide, and it turns out that something is dampening their gamma infusion, and they've been a bit pillow-fisted.
Yeah. It happens, though. Like we said, I never trust those big rolls. I hate them. I am really hoping that AMG puts out like a little crisis card pack or something similar to help refresh some of these extra, particularly the extracts.
Yeah, wasn't there recently a competition where people created some interesting crisis cards?
Yeah, I think that might have been on the Daily Bugle with Rich Mid, at least.
Yeah, Rich did some competition. I think AJ had some of his featured.
Yeah, that's right. One of our clubmates had a feature crisis on there. Yeah.
Whack-a-mole man or something. That sounded quite entertaining.
Oh dear. So this is Malekith's activation. He's looking to get into range of Hulk, I guess. But stay on the point. I guess he wants to stay on that point.
Well, if he's measuring 3, that's likely what a Butcher of Thor's, and that places you, so you could smack the Hulk and end up on the far point.
Oh, okay, yeah, fair point.
Maybe that's his plan.
No, he's gonna.
What's he doing?
He's thinking about Midnight Phantasmagoria.
Playing some tactics cards.
Yeah, that's what Fred B in the chat is suggesting.
Yeah, push people away and heal.
Yeah, but looks like he's just
between Toad and Hulks.
What's that?
There's more space between Toad and some Hulks, so that's always good.
Right, so he's going to punch She-Hulk instead.
Okay. I suppose the throw counteracts the aggressive, so she's not getting any closer to Toad.
Right. 3 hits and no saves. Huggy is not meant to win this game. Huggy, listen to the dice gods. They are telling you to go back to bed.
Sometimes it's like that in MCP. Sometimes.
Yeah, I know. And it still takes a lot of my willpower to try to hold it together when this is happening to me.
To be fair, I think Razalas has made all the right decisions, and all the all the dice that Huggy needed to save him have not materialized.
Yeah, but that's the problem, though, right? When you start relying on dice to bail you out, then you're just at the mercy of the dice gods, and they are ruthless.
Malekith's throw any direction. But
All right, She-Hulk is going to aggressive back, probably in a better position in that she's on the point now.
that's what they should do. Chose that angle.
Yeah,
Matter that much, but
and now Malekith will do it again. Butcher of Thor is coming in.
yeah, it's any direction throw. Yeah, and he's given a power for a spender into Toad. It does something extra if the character's slowed, doesn't it? So maybe that's a little bit of hope for Huggy.
All right, here's the second attack. Butcher of Thor's.
Yep.
But good hit. Crit gonna roll in. And he's he's spending one for the skull to make that a crit. Bah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Take it, right? It's going into hole.
So he's rolled 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 hits to 0 saves again. Oh, Huggy.
This is interesting. So Huggy's got enough power on She-Hulk to probably do a move towards Toad and hit him with the defense rests, I think. And the defense rest staggers if your character's slowed, so it could put some hurt on Toad or make Toad's escape a little bit more difficult. So there's a chance here that the Senator comes back. Oh, he's gone into She-Hulk, so he's tried to put down She-Hulk.
Yeah.
He's done it.
No. And she's slowed, though.
She is slowed. That is a problem. She does get an aggressive. So I think she'll still be able to get to Toad with a move in the range 3 attack.
Yeah.
This is this is interesting. This is interesting. I suppose he's got a place. So if he places in a direction where the advance doesn't work out, could make her life difficult. Let's see what Razalas does here.
No, Huggy. It's a matter of Huggy does. Is that what you meant?
Wouldn't the place happen first? There's a place on that. I'm not imagining the place on Butcher of Thor's, right?
Maybe like
actually put if that was intentional, if he thought that through.
Yeah. Because honestly, he could have just thrown. Well, I guess she aggresses back, but I mean, she was far enough back that he probably could have just not bothered to attack her at all. And
or he could have placed sort of an orientation that forces the aggressive to be away from Toad.
Mm-hmm.
So because he's left Malekith in that position, it's allowed Huggy to do the aggressive towards Toad. So I do wonder if he put that into consideration, because this is opening up a window of opportunity.
Yeah.
So I don't know if he's just teasing Huggy here and saying, well, I don't think you can roll the dice to take out Toad. But Toad is rolling less defense dice. He's only got 4 hit points left, and I think he's getting a big attack in.
It
could be he's going to have for superior weight training, so it's going to be a big swing from She-Hulk into Toad, I think.
There's a size 2 car there as well that could get tossed into Toad.
Yeah, ooh. This come back to life.
I feel like the coffee is kicking in now too. Come on, Huggy! Come on, Huggy! Make something happen.
Ooh.
There's a lot of chit chat happening now. God damn it! Come on, guys.
Yeah, I'm sure this is definitely livening things up a lot. Ooh.
Come on.
Razalas is going to regret that. See if the dice gods have truly abandoned Huggy or
not. He's played Midnight Phantasmagoria. Oh.
Wouldn't I put She-Hulk closer to Toad?
I know. I don't understand. Let me see.
I'm not sure. There's probably something going here.
Oh my god! Is the card? It affects people within range 3. God, what an awful card.
Something nuts like that. Let's see, what is it?
What is he doing?
Yeah, maybe he's just decided that. Maybe he's so confident that he's decided to give us some
It's a
something to
push
watch.
though, so won't the bench stop it? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, yeah, but it's still. I think it's still putting it ever closer to the
Um.
toad, which is not what you want.
Okay.
And he's blowing his brace for impact, so yeah, throwing toad is potentially going to exciting, exciting. Yeah, because I suppose it just depends whether he wants a defense race or not. Oh, is he's not activating She-Hulk. Hmm.
What the hell is going on? What am I missing? What are we all missing?
Maybe he thinks Toad. I suppose Toad probably can't get far away enough with two short moves
Oh, and so he's
to get
saving
away from
Widow
She-Hulk.
from
So
getting.
saving Widow to get
Yeah.
the point because he still needs to score that. So I think this is a valid line of play. It just depends whether Toad's double short move hop is going to put him out of range three of She-Hulk, which it might do. So and maybe Huggy's forgotten that she's slowed. So I think he might live to regret this.
Oh God.
Uh,
Oh, Huggy, it was looking so exciting.
oh
No.
no.
Oh no.
Yeah, because
Oh.
ultimately the two on Toad is more influential than the
See,
one on.
when I do something boneheaded, well, I don't know if it's boneheaded, but we'll see. But if I see like, oh, I'm gonna be clever about something instead of doing the obvious thing, and then it bites me in the butt, oh, it drives me up the wall. I hate myself so much when that happens.
Maybe Huggies worked out that even if he did get Toad now, I'd be too far behind because Hulk's not on the point and Widow is being completely dead. Just means nothing's gonna happen. So
Mm.
yeah, but it's unfortunate here. He needs to. Yeah, what can he do? Is he going to shake the slow? A battlefield medicine, yes, okay. Yes,
Oh,
he's
does
still
that cure?
hungry.
Does that cure the
The status.
Oh,
It's
oh.
the very. Yes, oh,
I didn't.
beautiful.
I didn't realize it was do the status. So that's
Yeah, that
oh, Huggy.
experienced Shield player remembering his amazing version of Medpack that moves slow. So, yes, yes, yes. Huggy has thought this through. He made the optimal play. Saved both his Widow and gets a shot on Toad. Um, yes, he's doing all the right things, I think, given the situation. So he could potentially get three this round and limit Razalas to. I suppose Razalas will still be getting three unless he throws Malekith off. So he might need to. Interesting. Yeah, so if he does a superior weight training, that costs you five, right? So if you, sorry, it's what's it? It's two extra plus five for the defense rest, which would mean he wouldn't be able to pick up the objective. So he might need to try his luck with just a spender
Mm.
without the extra dice. But it means that he can't then throw Malekith off the point as well.
Yeah. Ooh, a lot of chit chat happening again.
Yeah.
It seems like the players are playing very nicely in the sandbox. So maybe they're just having a bit of banter, talking through the options.
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah, very interesting. Um,
It's still an uphill battle for Huggy, but let's see if he can.
Stay in it
If
for
he
one more
can,
turn.
yeah, if he can make the difference a bit smaller. The only no, so Toad's activated, so there's no down, so he's not going to lose priority. So it's like priority next round. Yeah, Red Skull's going to be scoring that other point, so yeah, Razalas is going to be probably going up three. Ooh, he's doing the throw, so he's not looking at necessarily picking it up and maybe setting up to try and do something exciting next round. So he's denying Razalas the serum. If he gets lucky here and he puts down Toad, that is a 3 points that Razalas is not scoring this round.
Yeah.
So that would be good.
Yeah.
Let's hope this. What is it? Slime dice?
Why do you think he threw Malekith towards where he's
Probably
good?
setting him up for next round because he'll have priority. Maybe setting him up next round to throw him
Yeah.
into Toad if
All right.
Toad is
Here we go.
nearby.
We're gonna have a spender. This is a big roll for Huggy. The game probably it depends on this roll.
Oh, come on, She-Hulk.
Come on. All
Give
right.
us some excitement here.
Now,
Everyone on the chat is crossing their fingers.
Toad should be only rolling 2 dice. He's rolled a crit. Oh, she rolled 7. Oh my god! Are you
Oh,
serious? Are you goddamn serious? She rolled 7 blanks and 1 shield. Oh god, Huggy
my
just.
goodness.
Son of a bitch! This is
In
where.
a way, in a way, it's at least he didn't do any damage, so Toad is not going to slippery, and he will be in a position to maybe do something to Toad next round. But I'm sure Huggy right now must be close to table flipping inside. I don't think he's very confident, but I'm sure inside. Part of
Oh.
him, though.
Oh, I know he's playing the stupid Bifrost Bridge, maybe.
Oh no.
Let's see. Black Bifrost is. No, it's during the power phase. You can't do it now. You can't do it now. Next turn.
He's thinking about next turn.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
Oh God. Poor Huggy. I mean, that's awful. I mean, of course it's dice. Dice be dice, but still,
I think
Jesus.
the dice must still be asleep in Sweden. It's too early in the morning. It's a more favorable time in California. What is the time there? They're
California? No, it's not actually. So this game started 11 p.m. For Razalas. So it's just a little bit after midnight now.
No, these guys are having a late night party and
Yeah.
either suffering from a hangover.
They took a few bumps of the cocaine that was left over on the table. They're like, yeah, we're ready for this.
I think, to be fair though, I don't think Razalas has had to roll much dice. He's just had to have Huggy roll poorly.
Yeah.
Because the senator is not you don't have to roll to find it, right? It's just you just need to know where he is. So
Yeah.
this is credit to Razalas. He's definitely identified the right line of play.
Yeah.
Play the objective. He's got those Hydra guys sitting on that point. He's going to have Red Skull move back and secure the back point. Yep. And he's going to score another 4, taking him to 13. Huggy's going to get 1 point this round, I think.
Yeah, from the bottom infinity formula. Or serum, whatever it's called. I don't know.
Yep. And then Razalas just needs Red Skull and his goons to hang out by the serums.
Yeah.
And Malekith to score 1 point, or Toad to hold on to the senator.
Yeah.
I think Toad's chances of keeping the senator are probably lower this round.
But look at it. He Razalas is going to score 4 points. That brings him up to 13. He needs 3 more to win.
Yeah. I mean, the chances of not winning next round are very low. And then even if he doesn't win next round, I think the round after that, it's almost impossible for him to lose. So I think, unfortunately, the Hulks have done that thing where they refuse to attack. They're being pacifists this morning.
Yeah, pacifists. Here comes Black Bifrost. So this is a teleportation bridge.
They were on one of those Zen retreats, apparently. And
like questioning their violent tendencies.
Violence does not solve any problems, but how you would disagree?
Yeah,
we've solved all of these problems in this game.
Oh dear. All right, still trying to figure out where to put this Black Bifrost. So Razalas just needs 3 points. He can. Senator gives him 2. He needs to just preserve the senator and 1 other secure point, which looks very easy with Hulk being extremely irrelevant over there.
Yeah. At this point, it feels like Razalas is going for the play all your tactics cards achievement. I don't know how necessary it is to play the Bifrost, but
yeah, me neither.
if you can, why not?
Yeah.
I wonder if Toad is going to go through that. That Bifrost, you don't need to. You can take your objectives with you, right? It's not one of those.
Ooh.
I'm assuming it is. Yeah, you just.
Yeah, you get
Run.
to go through, no problem. Now, it does allow She-Hulk to use it as well.
It does, but
Because, I mean,
I think Toadstool is going to be so far away from She-Hulk. She doesn't have power for a spender, so it'd be very hard for her to get close enough to punch him even, and then or maybe she can throw something into him. Oh, she does have 5 power. All right, so she's generating some power. Oh, so the Bifrost didn't get played.
yeah, doesn't look like it.
She-Hulk's punched Malekith. She's got enough for a spender. She's going to try and hit Toad. I mean, it feels like it's much of a muchness. Maybe throw Malekith into Toad.
Yeah,
And
that would be really good. I mean, he's
that gives him power to pick up an objective afterwards.
that would be.
Maybe he gets lucky. He can daze Malekith. Yeah, maybe there's a way to get this pesky senator back. Yeah, there's a throw coming in.
Yep.
Like.
And he's gonna throw into Toad. All right, let's see if Razalas' dice can be better.
Senator does reduce your dodge. So
Yes, it does. Yeah, still only 2 dice.
This was the only way for Huggy to actually do damage in this game. Throw big things that do 5 damage. Rolling dice, we're not going to do it. So.
Yep. All right, so this is 5 damage going into Toad. He's got 4 hit points, and he's got 2 dice to save. So if he gets 5 minus, so he needs 2 saves to survive.
Yeah.
2 saves, 2 dice, 2 saves.
2 saves, yes.
He saves 1. He saved 1. They got a little scary.
All right, so Toad is down.
Yep.
Now, the interesting thing is that going to be close enough for him to pick it up? I think so.
Yeah, might be.
He'll take down Malekith with 1 more attack.
4 hit points. He's got to do a normal attack. He doesn't have space for the power for the spender.
I'm assuming Malekith would probably also be slowed because he did do a punch into Malekith to generate the power for that. So I think maybe they've forgotten the slow.
What? No, he threw Malekith, right?
I think did he not strike him first? I thought maybe I misread the situation. I thought he didn't have enough power because Malekith took some damage. So I think he did a strike.
Oh yes, you're absolutely right. So yeah. So it's a slow automatic then in that attack.
Yeah, She-Hulk slows automatic. It's a decent attack roll, but I don't think it's going to be enough.
1 save.
Skull and a block.
Yeah, skull.
2.
Yeah. Right. 2 shy of killing him, and he's going to pick up.
That's unfortunate. She-Hulk's taken a little bit of a bruising, so Malekith could put it down here.
Yep.
Huggy's still got 4 back, so
yeah.
I suppose Malekith is still going to
just charge. Yeah.
Slowed though, so the slow does reduce his charge. So I think we'll try to remember.
He hasn't put the slowed on there though, so I'm wondering if they've forgotten, which is problematic.
It's possible. Well, at least the senators exchanged hands, so that's
something.
Great. Now, I wonder if Razalas is going to bother attacking, or if he's just going to try and hold back Malekith as late as possible.
Yeah.
Hulk will try to throw him off then, I suppose, but I think... Yeah, so he's not going to be able to hold off, right? Because he's going to have to go Red Skull Malekith, and then Huggy's going to go last. Does give Razalas priority. Yeah, I think the best Huggy can do here is scrape a few points back. Ultimately, without killing both the Grants and Red Skull.
Yeah.
Razalas is still coasting to a comfortable 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. This round.
If it's not this round, it'll be next round. Gosh.
I think there's a point of pride here of putting Toad down eventually after all of that, after all those dice into him.
All right, so Malekith is going to attack She-Hulk. He spent Butcher of Thors, so
giving us some entertainment here, rolling some dice. Just gonna show the Hulks how it's done, maybe.
Yeah. So wilds give out sort of all kinds of conditions.
Yeah, maybe if he just kills G-Hulk here, he wins the game.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, Wargaming Dad. Welcome, welcome. Great hit. Oh my god. Oh
No,
god.
this is the dice that Huggy needed to roll. There's plenty of skulls.
Son of a bitch. He rolled 3 crits and 3 skulls, which are going to become crits because he's got the power for it.
Hulk's power is rapidly draining. I think she's a goner.
Oh god.
Oh goodness. I
Wow.
wonder if it's going to be a ferocity as well on top of that, just to make sure the throw ends your life. Oh dear.
Points. I'm looking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 hits into 2 saves.
Yep. Those marble dice sometimes.
Yeah. Right. So she is still alive. She's got 4 left, but he has another attack to come in.
Yeah. And I wonder what he's going to do. Is it going to be a ferocity Blade of Midnight? It's called Blade of Midnight, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Ferocity would add the throw, and throwing her into some terrain, although these terrains aren't going to give her damage because they're smaller than her.
No, she still takes the damage from crashing into them.
Oh, it's just they don't go away. I mean, these will go away, rather.
No way. She'll destroy them.
Can you remind me, is it same size and smaller that go away? No, it's just smaller, right?
Smaller now, yeah. I think they simplified that.
Okay.
It was different. Like if you threw terrain into terrain versus throwing characters into terrain, but I think it's not the same, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
One needs to be bigger than the other to destroy it.
All right. But...
simplification of the rule set. Oh no, that's another good hit. Oh, there's a Pierce. I think she's dead.
That's five hit points with a Pierce. He's only rolled 1 save, which doesn't exist, so she's done.
That's the game. That is the game there, unfortunately, for Huggy. Oh dear.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
At least get him out of his misery. I don't know if that other turn was going to very much.
Yeah, I kind of do wonder whether he kind of resigned a bit and then it saw the window of opportunity or what. But yeah, I think that defense rest had actually done a bit more the round before, it would still maybe be a game. But unfortunately, the dice really let Huggy down there.
Yep.
Yeah, and I think the Cabal squad is just a little bit more versatile for this matchup.
Yeah.
I'm sure Huggy was not excited to see Mutant Extremis and getting forced into 14.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
What would be his worst case? Oh, let's see. What's he doing?
Just running at him.
Trying to see if he can throw something into him and maybe kill him with some luck.
Ooh.
Well, throw a bin into him.
Yeah.
He's going to do 2 damage.
Yeah.
That's a thing that could happen.
Yeah. Wow.
Is that just out? So...
I thought I saw it lighting up.
Oh, it's out.
Nah. Yeah, it does look out. Nah. Too bad.
He throws 2 though, right? And he's really nice gamma leap though. So yeah, it's that was the last hope to keep the going for 1 round longer. So Huggy did try to get that last extra round in.
Yeah. Never give up. Never give up.
Give up. Yes, I think that's a good mantra to have with MCP.
Oh yeah, for sure. You never know how it's going to end up. With these crazy dice, and just being able to see some possibilities like this one. A couple millimeters more, and he would have been able to throw that, and that would have been 3 hit points going into just into 3 dice. But
again, that's where the Midnight Phantasmagoria made a difference, didn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Space.
Okay, let's see. That's game. All right. I'm going to hang up this phone, and then if you could just join me in their channel, we can do the post-game interview.
Yeah, let's do that. See you then, Norwood.
Okay. All right. Let's see where they are. Boop, boop, boop. Here we are.
That was fun.
Hello, everyone.
Hello.
How are you, everybody? Thank you so much for letting us see your game today.
Of course, thank you.
Just having
no problem.
Good. And Sasha, you're here with us?
Yeah, I am here.
Great. Listen, guys, really interesting. I'd like to start right at the beginning because I think there are some very interesting turn zero choices being made here that really impacted the game. Let's start with Razalas choosing 14 threats. What was going into your mind then?
Well, I'm very comfortable on a smaller threat value with this Malekith list. And with the crises that were selected, if we're spread out, like I was hoping one to not see double Hulk, but if I did, knowing that he'd have to spread out on these kind of crises, he couldn't just put them together to start, I
Yep.
guess.
Yep.
And then I got kind of lucky in that I was able to pick up the extract over here.
Yep.
Before he got to it, and that kind of set the tone for the game.
Oh, for sure. We'll come on to that. But so the important point you're making here is that you had a very clear strategy in mind for 14 points, the way your roster can be designed.
Yeah, I had a plan on how to get to each point if needed early on, and what to do if I lost the point early.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, cool. So then it goes down in terms of turn zero over to Huggy. Huggy, 14 points. You elected to go leaderless shield. What was your thinking instead of going wide?
I have been thinking about this matchup a lot because one of my locals play more or less exactly the same roster as Razalas did here, with Red Skull and Malekith as his go-to. And I have just found that the output of Malekith, especially if there's, I can't really remember if he had follow me. I just assumed he had. But over the course of that, Red Skull and Malekith, even wide lists struggle because that means that you have a lot of small characters that hit like wet towels into Malekith. And I have just found that, and also you're never gonna get priority. So I've come to really like this setup, and it also surprises a lot of people. Plus, playing Nick Fury is not a good character at all in this matchup because he rarely gets to do anything. Malekith is so mobile that he can easily avoid his high damage rounds when he gets to activate both the agents and himself pouring into Malekith, which is something that needs to happen for Malekith to go down over the course of that team. And also the leadership rarely matters because it's if Malekith is on the table, it's an affair of attrition, not of points usually. So, points matter, of course, but they are always hinging on what happens to Malekith. So the VP part of the shield leadership is not that impactful, and the aggressive part of the shield leadership is definitely not impactful because stuff rarely get hit and live if you go wide against Red Skull and Malekith. So you're not getting much out of Fury's leadership in this matchup anyway, so you might just as well leave him at home and play with the amazing cards.
Right.
I regret my last-minute decision of switching out Sitrep for Sacrifice, because Sitrep would have been handy on a couple of occasions, but that was my reasoning behind going Double Hulk, because Double Hulk, then all of a sudden Malekith really needs to be mindful of his placement, and Shield Mobile means that I out-threat him with She-Hulk, and she is amazing at doing tons of damage to big models. She's also terrible at doing damage to small models, it seems.
Yeah.
But,
yeah.
Commiserations for all the 7 dice attacks
that was.
I concluded that Toad. I put 23 damage dice into Toad and did 1 damage.
He's definitely the hero today.
We saw that. It was, I think, a hot topic during the game.
Yeah.
Toad's extraordinary. Like, Razalas, were you surprised by the double Hulk or not? We were wondering when you saw that come down, or were you expecting it?
I was expecting it at every point value except for like 14 or 15. So when it did come at 14, I was surprised. But again, I felt because I had the way that the map is set up and the way it's spread out, I felt I could still play against it a little bit better than if we were playing on something like a Gamma or something more centralized where I couldn't really escape both the Hulks.
Sure. I'm gonna ask you guys a question. I was very interested in this. What was your guys' thought process around whether to look for the senator or not? Because it felt like that was a
Ooh.
very influential round one decision that you guys had to make.
Sasha,
Yeah.
hang on, before you guys answer, because I want to kind of get early thoughts before the senator was revealed. Let's ask the same question to both. Huggy, with your choice then of the roster and the crises on the table, was your plan to do attrition, or was it a scenario play? What was your basic idea of what you wanted to do?
It was definitely attrition. I don't really think you can play avoidance against Malekith because he is so mobile that he is going to clear one side of the table and you're just not going to score enough to end the game. So the plan was to not look for the senator unless I had a particular reason to do so. I looked for the senator once with She-Hulk here in the middle with my second activation, and the reasoning behind that was that given where I could play, Red Skull had already gone. Given where I could have placed her, I knew that Malekith could only get one ferocity attack, one attack into her, and if I found the senator, and then next round I could use shield mobile and double move to get away with the senator. If I found it. And if I didn't find it, then that meant that Malekith had to go over here anyway to look for the senator so he wouldn't attack She-Hulk. So she was still safe. So that was the reasoning behind that. But given the threat projection of Malekith and Red Skull, I just felt that I couldn't go for the midline extract unless I want him to take a big chunk out of one of the Hulks early, and maybe that's a mistake on my part. Maybe given the fact that I had priority and was also 3 wide, maybe I should have been more aggressive early because I could have perhaps grabbed a bit more ground. Not too sure. I don't want to grab the one across from Red Skull because taking him down doesn't. Putting the Hulks up against him doesn't. That's not going to win me the game because Malekith is still going to run around and do terrible stuff to my Hulks later. So maybe I should have deployed Hulk further out here and gone for the one opposite of Malekith. Maybe. But yeah, the reasoning behind it was that his threat projection disallows me from looking for the senator around 1. So I just have to see where it ends up and then skew to that point, which is why I deployed everything centrally.
Yeah. Okay, Razalas, same question for you then. What was your game plan?
Yeah, so during deployment, I kind of knew that just the way the senators work. I'm sorry, the senators work. I can kind of push the map to a side based on how I pick up, like where I choose. And I just started with Red Skull when Black Widow went to this side and didn't pick up the point. I figured whoever went to this side couldn't really pick up the point right away because they'd be in range of both Malekith and Red Skull to dive onto them. So I wanted to pick up with do my first attempt with Red Skull just because he can avoid some collision damage to start. He's probably not going to get taken off the board in the first activation, and I can bring my team and Malekith to bear on that side to start. when he missed there and She-Hulk missed in the middle, that might have been the one for me from my side. When She-Hulk went to the middle point, I left that there again because Malekith can dive in. If she flipped there, I knew I was going to be in big trouble just because both Hulks could come onto the point very easily. And as soon as she didn't flip there, I kind of just knew like how the game was going to turn into a very different style of game from that point on.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so Sasha, then go ahead and restate your question, because then I think it becomes more understandable.
Yeah, no, I think Huggy's kind of covered it. So I was kind of wondering what the thought process was around choosing to look for the senator versus leaving your opponents to look for the senator. Because it feels like one of those things where you could be quite cagey and just not give away the information about where the senator is, and make a person take a risk. But I think Huggy mentioned that he felt maybe that it was worth the risk getting it on She-Hulk in the middle. So it sounds like that was quite pivotal to the game. So yeah, I think they've answered that.
Okay, cool.
This is more that you want to add to that.
Yeah, just one of this is one of those maps where if you get it early, it's so influential for how the rest of the game plays out. And there's certain times where I'm definitely a little more cagey, especially with Malekith, where I want to set up when I can dive if someone does flip the senator. But because he was so central, he couldn't really get onto the side points with everybody all at once and still, push at the other points before they flipped. So that was just kind of my thought on the thing.
Yeah, compliments to you, Razalas. I think your decision to play a very objective-based game and having Toad available to cover Malekith with Senator was very well done, very well thought out. So you can see that you took full advantage of the situation. So yeah, compliments on that.
It definitely. I realized, I think it was round 2, that I was going to start playing a control game with Malekith, and it felt a little bit weird, but it was definitely.
Yeah, definitely the right move. I think we all appreciated the ability to take a character that's typically seen as a beat stick and use them with a bit more finesse kind of style. So it was very good to see.
Along that
Thank you.
Along that line, though, Razalas, is that you did use that Phantasmagoria card at an interesting point. Now that we saw,
I messed up my activation a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right, go on then.
I definitely could have done everything I wanted to do. If I have Phantasmagoria before I do the attack, I can push her out of, I can still push her and still do the attack, and put her in range, because I could have put her from here up into this area, and Hulk would have backstopped her.
Yeah.
If I wanted to. And yeah, I messed up the activation and gave him a chance to get She-Hulk onto Toad, when in reality, if I did it in the right order, I probably could have prevented that.
Right.
I think we noticed, we were wondering about that play, whether you kind of were regretting some of the order of those activations. Particularly, I think we were interested when you did the Butcher of Thors into She-Hulk. You could have opted maybe to place her so that her aggressive would have taken her away from Toad, but it looked like you gave Huggy a bit of an opening there, and we were getting very excited.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. I definitely gave you
thorough entertainment for sure.
Luckily for me, Toad decided to take another punch, and
it's crazy.
He was definitely the hero there, so.
So crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, Huggy, we wanted to compliment your use of battlefield medicine, because we were stressing a bit. We thought you would try and put Toad down sooner, and when he ran away, we thought, how are you going to get to him? And then battlefield medicine came out and got rid of that slow on She-Hulk. So yeah, it was great to watch, exciting.
Yeah, I figured that even if I had gone with Toad first, She-Hulk first, she would still need to move in order to attack him.
Correct.
Yeah, and I would have lost Black Widow for sure, and I needed her to stand on this point for the next round, so that Hulk could commit and help She-Hulk if I got the Senator, but I didn't, and from basically it was game over there, because even if I had managed to survive with She-Hulk on the last activation, in round 4, I still think he scores out, because over the course of 2 rounds I go to 12 at best, and he still goes to 17 by just holding these 2.
Mm-hmm.
So not getting towed down was the deciding factor here. But I mean, the way I look at this game is that you need to play well enough to feel like you did what you could have done, and then sometimes it's still not enough, because your opponent played very well, or the dice just weren't there, and I think that if She-Hulk kills Dazes Toad round 2, then we have a very different game.
Yeah.
And I think it was still a reasonable play to expect her to do that. Hitting him once, perhaps not one-shotting him, but giving him slow so he can't get that far away with Slippery, and then throwing something into him could have done the trick. And if in that case, then Malekith would still have had the Senator on him, and would have been more vulnerable to more attacks over the course of the round and next round. But yeah, it's what happens, and Toad continues to be my nemesis. That model has knocked me out of more TTS leagues than I want to remember. But at least 3 times Toad has single-handedly knocked me out. Yeah.
All right, guys. Any final thoughts before we wrap up?
No, but I got one question for specifically for Huggy. Where were you mentally sort of round 3 with this game? I was kind of curious. Were you still feeling like there was some hope, or had you kind of resigned yourself at that stage?
My brain had, the heart said yes, the brain said no, so to speak. I knew that I was not going to win the game safe from a lucky spike or a mistake from Razalas, which he elegantly avoided, or something unexpected to turn the odds needed to happen. But I also know from pulling out a couple of very tight wins, both over the course of this TTS season, and in particular in this matchup, I know that it's never going to be a cruise against Malekith. It's always going to have to be about finding something unlikely. So I think I managed to keep my head into the game and try to. I don't really see that many different order of activations that would have been better. I mean,
Huggy?
I can't really think of it. I'll have to rewatch the game and analyze my moves, but I'm not ashamed. I am.
No, Huggy.
I think I have. I think I played.
You played extremely well.
My best game. So yeah.
You totally stayed in this game and never gave up, even when it was seriously bad. I mean, and you took every opportunity that opened up to you by chance along the way. You should be very proud about how you played this game, even though it was.
Yeah, it was super entertaining to watch as well. We were all super excited when we thought maybe She-Hulk was gonna get towed in round 3, but it is an excellently played game for both of you. And like you say, I I think there's an element of great play from Razalas combined with some devastatingly bad dice for you, Huggy, or your Hulks. But yeah, no, it was super entertaining and well played, both of you.
Yeah.
Thanks, guys.
Yeah, thanks so much. I appreciate it.
You're very welcome. Thank you again for letting us stream it. It's a real pleasure and a nice thing to do for the community. Huggy, you unfortunately this will be your last round. You did make it to the finals, though. That is quite a bit of an achievement. Every season of the TTS leagues is extremely difficult. So congratulations and well done for getting this far.
Thank you. It was great fun to finally make it. Shame it needs to be cut short, but that's life, and I get more time to focus on commenting instead.
Yes, exactly. And Razalas, this is, I think, your how many seasons have you played of the TTS leagues?
I joined half at the mid-season cuts last season, season 8.
Okay,
so
great.
I'm relatively new to the TTS game.
Fantastic. Congratulations. You're going to be progressing into the Sweet 16. Where do you guys play on a regular basis, or is it mostly TTS leagues that you play?
Generally TTS have a strange schedules, work schedule, so that this is the best way for me to get going. But otherwise, I just play with a couple of friends, basically garage style. So
nice.
Trying to stay sharp.
Always nice to get you're like the Rocky Balboa of MCP.
Hey, do my best.
Great. Well, we look forward to seeing your performance in the rest of the league. And thanks again, both of you.
Thank you. Appreciate it again.
And also thank you to Sasha for filling in for Huggybear as the commenter. You're a fantastic commenter. Thank you so much for getting up early and doing this. This was loads of fun for me, so I hope the community enjoys it as well.
Yeah, it was a pleasure, and thanks for having me on, Orbit.
Yeah, absolutely. Anytime. Thanks, everybody in the chat, for keeping us company. And we will see you in the next time that we stream further games from the Season 9 finals of the TTS League.